vested in me as Chancellor, I declare this congregation open for the awarding of degrees and diplomas of the University of South Wales. Ac yn awr gwahoddodd yr Is-Ganghellor, Prifathro Ben Calvert, I anerch y gynulleidfa. Please be seated.
Anthony Is-Ganhellor, an oel gyfeillion, prynawn da, blwyddyn newydd dda, croeso I Brifysgol De Cymru, croeso cynnes I chi gyd. Welcome to the University of South Wales and to our graduation ceremony. We're very happy to see you in this magnificent building. Here in the city of Newport in 1841, our roots were laid down. An education institution that was set up by industry to bring education to workers in the region and to raise people's aspirations. We're a long way past those founding moments, but much of that vision endures. Mae'r brifysgol a byd busnes yn gweithio law yn llaw. Our university is proud that it works hand in glove with businesses, professions and industry, preparing people for work and for future careers that we hope will allow you to reach the fullest expression of your talent. Education is a people business. As I look out here today, looking at you in your fantastic gowns looking amazing, I don't see a crowd. I see individuals, distinctive people with your own character, your own reasons for being here. You may have come to the University of South Wales with a burning passion and have applied that to your studies, immersing yourselves in something that you love. Others of you may have felt uncertain about what your future holds, whether you were on the right track or you'd made the right choice. But through your studies, you've learned more about yourselves, your abilities, your potential, and the opportunities, and have a greater sense of possibility for life beyond study. Some of you may still be asking about your next steps, and that's okay too. University is about personal growth as much as study. And for some of you, this may not be the end of your journey with us. Recently, I spoke to an alumnus of the university who had completed 6 degrees with us. So be careful. We can be a very, very difficult place to leave. What I also see in any graduation is talent and opportunity. We live in a really complex world, and it isn't always easy to navigate. It can sometimes be a little scary. We also live in a world that clearly and evidently needs to change, whether it be to address inequality, the state of the planet and the natural world, or the health and well-being of our people. We are in a moment where, as members of our society, we must make choices about the world we want to live in and that we want our children and our grandchildren to inherit. Carrying on as we are probably isn't an option. So we need people like you who can affect change, people who aren't satisfied with things as they are or happy to continue with the status quo. So we need you to face your future and our future bravely, to challenge, to innovate, be inclusive, and to work with others in our communities to create a society in which sustainable and balanced lives are possible without doing damage to our natural world and the well-being of people. So the world probably needs more from you as graduates than it's asked of others because of the challenging times that we live in. And that can seem like a big ask, maybe too big. But don't worry, that doesn't mean you have to single-handedly change the world, but you can change your profession, your hospital, your school, your company, or your immediate team, or indeed your family. Big change is usually an aggregate of small ones. We have a proverb in Wales which derives from the legends of the Mabinogion, the story of Branwen. Avo ben bid bont. Whoever would be a leader, let them be a bridge. As you have studied, you will have supported others. You will have been that bridge. You will have inspired one another, listened to each other, cajoled each other to reach heights that you may not have reached alone. You might have told each other a few home truths along the way. You will have relied on each other for emotional support, or when that assessment seemed one hurdle too far, or when you were balancing the competing demands on your time: work, family, parenting, relationships. Those are skills that you will take into your career and are skills of leadership. We often talk about the University of Wales family, South Wales family, Teulu Prifysgol de Cymru. As I welcome you today to our community of graduates, I would like to remind you that in any good community, we draw on others to hold us when we're down, to challenge us when we aren't doing the right things, to guide and advise us in making choices, but really importantly, to make us feel like we belong and our voice is heard. Communities don't always work perfectly and no relationship is straightforward, but I like to think that at the University of South Wales, based on our values, our intentions as a community are good to help change your life and our world for the better. Mae'n newydd yn dda. And we hope that we've given you the skills and the knowledge to do that well. We also hope that we've given you resilience and adaptability, because life just is not a straight line of progress. We all have bumps in the road, when things are easier, at times when they're harder. Life doesn't stop and wait for your career. So as well as having the talent and the passion to pursue your dreams, be pragmatic enough to give yourself a break occasionally. Life has swings and roundabouts. Don't fret too much when things don't go as planned. Take a breath, draw on your intellect, reflect and have a go again. It's just a moment in your life and your career. And today is a really important moment in your life. Today, we celebrate collectively your achievements. Mae heddi yn amser I dathlu llwyddiant. Your job for today is to feel proud of yourselves, to look fabulous, to take lots of photos, maybe even to shed the odd tear or two. To help in that, I've also got an ask of people who are sitting behind you and up there in the gods. You've got a job to do as well today. Your job is to make sure that whenever your family member, your friend, your colleague walks across that stage, they are in absolutely no doubt how proud you are of them. You can do that in a number of different ways. You can clap very, very loudly. You can holler their name if you wish. You can whistle or you can whoop. All of these are legitimate. In fact, they are required. So, I suggest that on the count of three, we have a crack at it. 1, 2, 3. First class honours for that, I think. That's very good. Back to the most important people in the room, to our graduates. As you walk across the stage today and collect your awards, I want you to hold one word at the forefront of your mind: pride. Balchder. Be proud of your achievements. Be proud of your potential for great things. Be proud of yourself and who you are, not who someone else wishes you to be. You will always be part of our University of South Wales family, our community of graduates, and we'll always be very proud of you. Diolch yn fawr.
Congregation, it's my great pleasure to present to you a very worthy candidate for the award of Honorary Doctorate of the University of South Wales. The university confers honorary degrees and fellowships on outstanding people, on true leaders in their field, so that they can join our academic community with this significant honour. Our honourand today meets those criteria. She is a public servant, a firefighter. She's a psychologist, a writer, and an academic. she has significantly achieved in her lifetime. In 2019, Marie Claire declared her a future shaper, and she's featured on Desert Island Discs. Two of her musical choices were Don't Look Back in Anger from Oasis and Girl on Fire from Alicia Keys. And I hope, as I tell you her story, those songs begin to resonate with you. So we'll start at the beginning. Her story, I'm pleased to say, has a happy ending, but it doesn't start so much in that way. At the young age of 9, she loses her father, and at the age of 14, she's made homeless. She sits her GCSEs, and she wears a wig to hide her coloured hair. She sells The Big Issue on the streets of Newport, and she sleeps in Newport's derelict buildings, so not far from where we all are today. But it's my experience that you measure a person not by what they do when they're successful and happy, but what they do when they face adversity. And our Honorand decided that she wanted to change her life. And importantly, she wanted to make society different. She wanted to make an impact. And this is really, if you think about her young life, making an impact on a society that really had probably failed her. So, at the age of 18, she joined South Wales Fire and Rescue Service. She was the first female firefighter in her station. I also think sometimes events in our lives shape our future. And when she was responding to an incident, she thought that her husband, who's also a firefighter, had been very seriously injured. He wasn't. But this started her to think about how decisions were made in emergency situations. And she started to learn. She went to the Open University and did a degree in psychology, and she followed that up with a PhD in behavioural neuroscience, and her research continues. She works with the National Fire Chiefs Council. She installs cameras on the helmets of commanders of the fire service, and she watches how they make their decisions in virtual reality spaces and in real fires. And her research tells us that 80% of their decisions are made using their gut instincts, and only 20% of those decisions are really informed by analysis. That research has made a hugely positive impact, and it continues. She now co-supervises a research group at Cardiff University. She's incredible and relentless. She started in the South Wales valleys, but she's really spread her wings and flown. She's held senior positions in London's fire brigade, and she's currently Chief Fire Officer for West Sussex. That's a really senior designation, and very few women hold that role. So she's a role model, not only for women who are already in the fire service to aspire to those senior positions, but for people just starting their careers, for women and girls who are thinking about a career in the fire service. In summary, she's got a relentless drive to not only make her workplace better, but to make the world better. And she's never forgotten her early years. She still works with The Big Issue as an ambassador, making that difference. So as I said before, she's a firefighter, she's a writer, she's a psychologist, she's a really successful academic, and she is overall an inspiration. Congregation, I'm pleased to present for the Award of Honorary Doctorate, Sabina Cohen-Hatton.
Sabrina, it's my very great pleasure to confer on you an honorary doctorate of the University of South Wales. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. This really is amazing, and it is such an honour, not just to receive this, actually, but to be able to join you today, because I know how special a day this is. I know the blood and the sweat and the tears that will have gone in to getting to this point today. So before I go any further, I just want to say well done, because it's an incredible achievement, and I think you deserve a round of applause. And I did want to talk a little bit today, and bear with me because you might think this is weird, but I want to talk about failure. Now, why is she talking about failure, you might ask? This is meant to be a celebration of our success, and it is, it absolutely is. But you've heard a little bit about my experiences, and I used to see a really curated version of people. I would see people who were successful in my industry, successful chief fire officers, and they would be the kind of people that seemed impenetrable. I don't think I'd ever seen anyone do anything wrong. And every time I'd look at them, they'd know exactly what to do and exactly what to say. Kind of people that I think would go to bed in their chainmail. They were that impenetrable. And it used to make me think that my experiences, particularly my experience of homelessness here in this very city, it used to make me feel really vulnerable. And I'd look at those people and all of the successes that I'd see and none of the failures that might be a very real part of how they got there. And I used to think that's just not me. And it used to make me feel like an imposter. But the reality is, every success that you see is preceded by lots of failures, lots of mistakes, lots of things that didn't work out in the way that we expected them to. But they're a real part of the journey. And I'm convinced that we need to talk more about that. Because when I look back at my experience of homelessness, it was really difficult to move away from. And even today, if you're on free school meals today, less than 30% of people on free school meals end up earning more than the national living wage by the time they're 25. It's a very difficult place to move out from. And actually, I think if we're more realistic about the failures that we experience before we get to the successes, then perhaps it wouldn't be such a tough journey for those coming up behind us. And actually, I learned so much more about somebody from looking at the way that they will respond to something that goes wrong than I would learn from 100 successes that I've seen them have. So I think it's really important. And the reality is, as we move forward with whatever your career has in store with you, someone said to me once that careers should be squiggly. They're not always straightforward in the way that we want them to be. And sometimes the best experiences that you have in life will come after you've had a failure. Because the thing about failure is sometimes it takes you to places that you didn't even know that you were supposed to be. And that's certainly been my experience. So look, as you go forward, enjoy today because it's amazing. And enjoy every success that you're going to have. But when you trip up, don't worry about it, because that's when you learn how to get back up again, and that's how you move forward. But listen, have an amazing day today. Thank you so much for allowing me to be part of it, and I wish you every success in the future. Thank you.
Gadewch iddo fod yn hysbys I aelodau'r Brifysgol ac I bawb sydd yma'n bresennol ac yn helu'r cynulliad o Brifysgol De Cymru yn Ninas Casnewydd ar y 12fed o Ionawr 2023. Heddiw, anrhydeddwn ysgolheigion sydd wedi profi trwy ei deallusrwydd a'i hymdrech ysgolheigaidd ei bod yn gymwys I gael ei derbyn ar gyfer graddau a chymwysterau'r Brifysgol. Drwy anrhydeddu ei cyrheiddiad, gadewch i'r rheini sydd yma'n bresennol gydnabod ei hymrwymiad a dathlu ei llwyddiant. Buddsodwn ein gobeithion a'n disgwyliadau ynddynt, gan obeithio y byddant yn rhoi ei talent a'i disg ger bron ei proffesiwn a'n cymunedau. Hyderwn y byddant yn cyfrannu at ddyfodol ein cymdeithas gydag anrhydedd a chlod. Let it be known by members of the university and all here present that a congregation of the University of South Wales is held in the city of Newport on the 12th day of January 2023. Today, we honour scholars who have demonstrated through their intellect and scholarly effort that they are qualified to be admitted to the degrees and qualifications of the university. In honouring their achievement, let all here present recognise their dedication and celebrate their success. We invest in them our hope and expectation that they will put their talent and learning at the service of their professions and our communities. We trust that they will contribute to the future of our society with honour and distinction.
Chancellor, I present to the congregation the Faculty of Life Sciences and Education candidates that have been awarded the Doctor of Philosophy. In recognition of a programme of work entitled A Mixed Methods Investigation into How Perceived Public Perceptions Regarding Personal and Sexual Relationships of Adults with Intellectual Disabilities Might Influence Social Care Workers' Attitudes, Beliefs and Behaviours. The programme was carried out under the direction and supervision of Professor Ruth Northway, Dr. Jane Prince and Dr. Michelle Culwick, Faculty of Life Sciences and Education. Edward Oloidi. In recognition of a programme of work entitled Utilising Routine Population Healthcare Data for Epidemiological Research and Quality Improvement in Care, application of a national acute kidney injury alerting system as a proof of concept. The programme was carried out under the direction and supervision of Dr. Ray Higginson and Professor John Geen, Faculty of Life Sciences and Education. Jennifer Holmes. In recognition of a programme of work entitled Fit for Surgery, Retrospective Analysis of the Relationship Between Cardiorespiratory Fitness and Post-Operative Outcome. The programme was carried out under the direction and supervision of Professor Damien Bailey and Dr. Richard Davis, Faculty of Life Sciences and Education. George Rose. The Master of Arts in Arts Psychotherapy, Claire Harper Aldridge. Joya Georgewill. Amy Orr. Petra Pinnock. Daniel Stokes. Non Thomas. Rachel Ventum. The Master of Arts in Integrative Counselling and Psychotherapy, Samantha Black. Deborah Cass. Caroline Davis. Amanda Jane Pandelli. The Master of Science in Acute Medicine, Learner Limited, Francesca Gauci. Jordan Gray. The Master of Science in Applied Health Economics, Learner Limited, Nadia Wilson. The Master of Science in Behavioural Analysis and Therapy, Benjamin Kerr. Nina Dunlop. Kirsty Edwards. Rosie Edwards. Catherine Games. Chloe Marie Sarah Harrison. Sarah Jeans. Casey Marchant. Isabel Meek. Stephanie Patricia Moss. Heather Annie Newport. Nicholas Kyle Del Mundo Peletto. Emily Powell. Emily Jane Ruck. Saloni Sahu. Nicole Michelle Wild. Edward Shen Loon Wong. The Master of Science in Business Psychology, UNICAF, Priska Tamai. The Master of Science in Clinical Psychiatry, Learner Limited, Ufemi Anadekan. Alicia Armstrong. Vasilios Barakos. Melanie Kernahan. The Master of Science in Clinical Psychology, Reen Apgwillam. Mariam Abid Mohsin Baya Kurban Bahrainwala. Marie Vanessa Brass. Megan Brownlee. Holly Buckley. Lauren Carter. Samantha Clark. Amy Rose Cornelius. Tanisha D'Souza. Catherine Dwyer. Chimarowoki Eziwu. Leah Fletcher. Jennifer Joan Garcia. Kiana Amy Hickey. Justice Igwe Ebi. Asta Jain. Bethan Jenkins. Anna Emily Kelly. Sally Lane. Hippolyte Odinaka Nwana. Hafsa Omar. Ayula Didiolua Odiejeje. Sophie Alice Rees. Lois Roberts. Amy Rogers. Caitlin Rosser. David Radowski. Arslan Tabish. Alicia Marie Thomas. Lauren Thomas. Margaret Thompson. Emily Tompkins. Jade West. The Master of Science in Dermatology in Clinical Practice, Learner Limited, Marie Claire Gretsch. Latoya Dial. Lindsay Elizabeth Mary Jones. Emmanuel Carman Pinnis. Frida William Mbanga. Carl Thet Naing. Rashda Nazim. Emmanuel Mani Undovge. Nusrat Rahman. Amelia Uchideki. The Master of Science in Diabetes, Learner Limited, Akuna Dora Akpi. Moraine Camilleri. Naomi Sharmila Jayasangi. Ifeniwa Maduka. Fatma Saeed Mohali. Shafiq Ali Rizwan Pradhan. And Thimala Saravanan. Florence Udo. Judith Wallakira. The Master of Science in Endocrinology, Learner Limited. Mariam Al-Tuwal Al-Rashid Al-Hassani. Harpreet Kaur. Aluwa Ratomi Olapadi. Anas Aman Sabir. The Master of Science in Gastroenterology, Lucy Kelly. Veronica Osai. The Master of Science in Medical Education, Learner Limited, Stephen Adeyeye. Sophia Farouk. Francesca Gatta. Halib Oladele Quadri. Sanjeev Chand Sharma. The Master of Science in Obesity and Weight Management, Learner Limited, Geeta Askelovic. Nazima Mustafa. Christos Sitlakidis. The Master of Science in Pain Management, Learner Limited, Olufun Mileo Adeyemi. Brian Foon. Aisha Khadija Azi. The Master of Science in Preventative Cardiovascular Medicine, Learner Limited, Jodie Bosomworth. Lilium Mbao. The Master of Science in Psychology, UNICAF, Nancy El Darakas El Barayem Aben Moti. Florence Abenemi. Adeobi Antonia Annie Ebona. Stella Mwana. The Master of Science in Renal Medicine, Temitope Abiola Ojo. The Master of Science in Respiratory Medicine, Learner Limited, Holly Ban. Kirsty Eastwood. Valerie Magaya. Luke Simon Youngs. The Master of Science in Rheumatology, Learner Limited, Sarah Jane Gladstone. the Master of Science in Sexual and Reproductive Medicine, Learner Limited, Adibiyi Gadebo Adieson. Arnold Banyoli Buga. Margaret Joyce Christie Limpson. Fred Kigozi. Kumba Senghor. Ankita Sharma. Bernard Turkimbi Utu. The Master of Science in Sports and Exercise Medicine, Learner Limited, Gabriel Amorim. Ahmed Bamji. Darren Crocker. Adam Davis. Ryan Eliu. Emma Louise McSqueeny. Ivan Yusenko. The Postgraduate Diploma in Acute Medicine, Learner Limited, Ala Hamed. The Postgraduate Diploma in Applied Health Economics, Learner Limited, Claire Rooney. The Postgraduate Diploma in Behaviour Analysis Supervised Practice, Charlotte Salmon. The Postgraduate Diploma in Clinical Psychiatry, Learner Limited, Zainab Al-Salchi. Rachel Bowen. Roberto Galea. Kaman Hansford. Javed Hikbal. Dr. Suchita Karthik. Riham Mahfouz. Gertrude Mikalev. Pallavi Satwik. Jennifer Schaefer. Eobami Suleiman Yusuf. The Postgraduate Diploma in Cosmetic Medicine, Learner Limited, Cheryl Barton. Tracy Bell. Sama Saif Eldin Elshak. Namrata Goswami. Christian Lucas.
Fe wnawn ni nawr glywed datganiad cerddorol gan fyfyrwyr o Goleg Brenhinol Cerdd a Drama Cymru. We will now hear a musical interlude by students from the Royal Welsh College of Music and Drama. Our National Conservatoire is part of the wider University of South Wales family. These talented performers will graduate with Bachelor and Master of Music degrees of the University of South Wales, and we congratulate them most warmly. Llongyfarchiadau. Yn perfformio ar ein cyfer ni heddiw, mae, performing for us today are the Butte Wind Quintet, a byddant yn chwarae, and they will be playing Don't Stop Me Now, Can't Take My Eyes Off You, and an ABBA medley. Raddedigion, gwesteion, graduates, honoured guests, congregation, please give a very warm welcome to the Butte Wind Quintet.
The Postgraduate Diploma in Dermatology in Clinical Practice. Adewale Asafa. Harjot Berdi. Randa Bushwereb. Salome Metravelli Dashramishi. Liliani Diaz. Eps Enau Tabat Esther Are. Carol Fowler. Sarah Harries. Ali Ilyas. Sanoba Imran Ansari. Akram Khan. Jay Mandan. Amanda Jane Sweet. Kerry Thomas. The Postgraduate Diploma in Diabetes, Learner Limited. Isabel Anna Frey. Adele Baker. Iqbal Gamala. Gladys James Joseph. Martina Kliska. Mary Nalugwa. Akua Anyama. The postgraduate diploma in endocrinology, Rena Solomon. The postgraduate diploma in gastroenterology, Learner Limited, Joliana Awad. Mariana Bellu. The postgraduate diploma in genomic medicine and healthcare, Learner Limited, Nicole Cooni. The postgraduate diploma in integrative counselling and psychotherapy, Catherine Clayworth. Nikki Coburn. Charlotte Fry. Ella Hillier. Sinead Morgan. Emma Nicholson. Anna Plozinzak Griko. Jessica Rolfe. Natasha Ross. Miranda Webb. The postgraduate diploma in medical education, Learner Limited, Shrishti Bhatt. Shima Shundu. Ioannis Gerogiannis. Liana Grobela. Asan Nawaz. Sunita Rai. Owais Mushtaq Shah. The postgraduate diploma in preventative cardiovascular medicine, Learner Limited, Algeru Alkachakus. Jennifer Enriquez Malari. Wael Mohammed. Pacheli Chizukora Osigweg. Handoko Suhadi. Victor Segun Utomi. The Postgraduate Diploma in Renal Medicine, Learner Limited, Gladys Gessage. Irene Kemone Piet. Shreya Luxmi Rossini. The Postgraduate Diploma in Respiratory Medicine, Learner Limited, Janice Karen Brown. Rianne Bunce. Confidence Unlove. Tayo Odeinka Odejimi. The Postgraduate Diploma in Rheumatology, Learner Limited, Jaspreet Kaur Amjarit Singh. Lang Mayat Shitsu. Sarah El Fitouri. Akudu Yume. The Postgraduate Diploma in Sexual and Reproductive Medicine, Learner Limited, Noah El Kavaj. Noemia Ashraf. Nitisha Kushinepa Sakaram. George Ferreira. Rochelle de Guzman Halili. Emmanuel Jayoba. Ranjina Lakambam. Mamnabu Lee. Humul Kai Oyin Kasola Ojikutu Shodipi. Sipethaswe Patricia Sinvunari. The Postgraduate Diploma in Sports and Exercise Medicine, Faizana Khan. Mark Chris Kingham. The Postgraduate Diploma in Therapeutic Arts, Helen Jones. The Postgraduate Certificate in Cognitive Behavioural Therapy Skills, Amy Wilk. The Postgraduate Certificate in Integrative Counselling Skills, Millie Grant. Claudia Eve Jones. Helen Jones. Savannah Nellis. Gabrielle Romanelli. Chloe Sweet. The Postgraduate Certificate in Renal Medicine, Learner Limited, Christopher Beale. The Integrated Master of Chiropractic, Carl Atkins. Nikisha Rani Baines. Sarah Linnea Louise Bard. Jennifer Barr. Yenling Bei. Sophie Louise Bell. Aidan Bellis. Jessica Diane Berry. Max Julio Borna. James Broad. Timo Bron. Jia N. Chang. Siwei Vicky Ching. Elroy Zong Ming Chong. Joshua Clark. Natalie Curl. Stephanie Cora de Stadler. Megan Dearman. Holly Dudridge. Heatherwyn Rebecca Evans. Courtney Page Francis. Christian Fredheim. Benjamin Giddings. Holly May Griffiths. Mahmoud Mohammed Ali Gaber Ali Hassan. Forget your hat. Fair play. Tessa Ellie Hepburn. Liam Herdman. Agatha Mary Nicola Hall. Lucy Hogan. Benjamin John Horn. Zara Idris. Gareth Jackson. Andrew Jenkins. Dalton Fraser John. Peter Johnston. Jaden Lawrence. Rebecca Kai Fang Leong. Gareth Lloyd. Jamie Luckett. Sylvia Siwei Lai. Julia Mariani. Brian E. Matthews. Ailey Milligan. Angharad Wyn Neil. Ryan Keng Yu Po. Tobias Roberts Moore. Eleanor Rose Rogers. Karin Salomonson. Alexander Seymour. Freya Elizabeth Soper. Mikolai Zablewski. Zheyan Tan. Jessica Tellem. Craig Tong. Dominic Lawrence Ward. Callum Williams. Morgan Wiosna. Dino Yit. The Bachelor of Arts in Counselling and Therapeutic Practice, Robert Bainham. Natalia Bebenek. Rebecca Carrington. Lee Ann Kelleher. Taylor King. Alexandra Maggs. Danielle Richards. Madison Smith. The Bachelor of Arts in Creative and Therapeutic Arts, Olivia Furman. Sue Jones. The Bachelor of Science in Childhood Development, Rhiannon Glynn Davis. Christine Khan. Nafiessa Shahadid. The Bachelor of Science in Psychology, Carrie Ann Bishop. Nicola Faraday. Holly Mae James. Hannah Lopo. Megan Parker. The Bachelor of Science in Psychology with Counselling, Lucy Allen. The Bachelor of Science in Psychology with Criminology and Criminal Justice, Louise Nichols. The Bachelor of Science in Psychology with Developmental Disorders, Mohammed Abdelazim. Alice Grace Catlow. Kate Evans. The Bachelor of Science in Sport and Exercise Psychology, Noor Al-Mustafa. Jack Powell. The Diploma of Higher Education in Counselling Studies, Molly Chamberlain. The Certificate of Higher Education in Human Sciences, Evan Powell. The Bachelor of Science in Psychology with Criminology and Criminal Justice, Michelle Collingwood. Master of Chiropractic, Lani Cooper-Smith. The Master of Science in Diabetes, Learner Limited, Anulika Unwozu. The Postgraduate Certificate in Dermatology in Clinical Practice, Learner Limited, James Reynolds. The Master of Science in Acute Medicine, Learner Limited, Dr. Mazen Rashid. The Master of Science in Cosmetic Medicine, Katrina Williams. The Master of Science in Sports and Exercise Medicine, Thomas George. The Postgraduate Diploma in Dermatology in Clinical Practice, Learner Limited, Hin Mansour. The Master of Science in Dermatology in Clinical Practice, Learner Limited, Gemma Black. The Postgraduate Diploma in Cosmetic Medicine, Learner Limited, Hung Nyok Hyung. The Postgraduate Diploma in Medical Education, Learner Limited, Mahood Mohammed Abdel Karim. The Bachelor of Science in Psychology with Developmental Disorders, Xin Wei. The Postgraduate Diploma in Endocrinology, Learner Limited, Lorato Chopin. The Postgraduate Diploma in Preventive Cardiovascular Medicine, Quisiera Lucy. The Postgraduate Diploma in Cosmetic Medicine, Yasmin Etman. The Postgraduate Diploma in Dermatology in Clinical Practice, Lerma Limited, Mohammed Oli Ahad. The Postgraduate Diploma in Endocrinology, Mostafa Merez. Chancellor, that concludes the awards for the ceremony for the Faculty of Life Sciences and Education.
Vice-Chancellor, congregation, colleagues, friends, guests, and above all, new graduates. My script says that graduation is always a very formal academic ceremony. I'm not quite convinced after this afternoon, I have to say. I have a feeling that the body language that we've seen on stage this afternoon suggests that something is bubbling up from inside that makes this not quite as formal as perhaps it might have been in years past. But that is a wonderful expression of just how much this occasion matters to people. It matters because it is a life-affirming occasion at a time in our history when we need some life-affirming occasions, and it affirms not only you, the graduates, but all those who've got you to this point. Some of you have had a long wait for this graduation ceremony. All of you will have experienced the disruption and stress that the pandemic has occasioned in the last few years. All of you have, in different ways, made sacrifices, counted the cost, worked in all kinds of unexpected ways to get to where you are today. And we are all, on this stage and around the hall, immensely proud of you. But having said that it's about all those who helped to get you to this point, of course, one of the things we can do on an occasion like this is to recognize that great army of supporters behind you. Those people who've encouraged you to believe that this is possible, those who have supported you, challenged you, nagged you at times to get you where you are today. Friends, families, partners, all those who have made you believe in yourself and what you can do. And this is a moment for acknowledging them as well. I've said already that the university is immensely proud of its graduates. And the university, yes, it invests a lot in your success, now and in the future. But also the best reward that you can give those on stage for this investment is that future. A future in which you will be what we hope you've learned to be in this institution. Critical, questioning, humble in the right way, and confident in the right way. This is an institution, though, with some 3,000 staff. And at every level and in every corner of the institution, they will have been working for you in the last few years. Teaching, mentoring, feeding, supporting, and I dare say mopping up after you on occasions as well. Challenging and affirming. That's what people on this stage, people in this institution, are here for. They're here for your flourishing, and I hope it's appropriate also that we acknowledge their part in your triumph today. But back to the main thing, which is you, graduates. Your achievement, and not least, your future. You'll have learned in recent years what you need to know to satisfy the requirements of the university, to pass exams, to get pieces of work in on time. But I hope that behind that, there's always been a deep wanting to know. People go into higher education because they want to know, not just something that'll get them a job and a salary, but because they want to know something about the kind of world they're in and the kind of people they are and could be. At a university, you learn how to learn. How to learn not just about your subject, your research, but about yourself. Who are you? What are your capacities? What are your frailties? What are your failures? As we've been reminded so powerfully and movingly this afternoon. Those failures out of which something can grow. Where are the pressure points in people's lives? Yours and other people's? Because you're committed, if you want to learn about the world, to learn about some of those pressure points and how you can go and relieve and transform and improve. You'll have learned how to learn a bit about where the levers of change and transformation are. In education, in law, in healthcare. Those areas where, as the Vice-Chancellor reminded us, you can make small differences, but differences only you can make, and the accumulation of those small differences is a different frame of reference for the world we're in. So we hope that you'll carry away from this great institution that sense of hope that transformation is possible, that sense of eagerness, even hunger, to keep learning about who you are and what the world is, that confidence that things do not have to be the way they are, and we can yet work for a world that is more inclusive and more just, more life-giving. As I said at the beginning, the body language we've seen suggests this is indeed a life-giving moment for a lot of you. I hope for all of you, and for all those who've supported you. And what we long for from this platform, what we long for as an institution, is that you go out as ambassadors, not just for this institution, though it would be very nice if you do tell people, I'm the person I am today because of the University of South Wales, and I'd hope that's good news for them, but ambassadors for the values we've been speaking about, the values of hope, the values of insight, growth, and learning. If you can be ambassadors for those things, well, you will be the kind of citizens of the world that the University of South Wales wants to shape and nurture in all its work. You've needed to learn high levels of resilience in your studies, and that means you've needed to develop certain kinds of confidence in yourself and your friends. Take that resilience and that confidence with you. Remember, as you've heard this afternoon, remember that failure doesn't have to be the end, but the springboard of growth. These values are fundamental to us in this institution. They're fundamental, we hope, to your lives in the future, and to the degree in which you can live hopeful lives and be causes of hope to those around you. So, as alumni of the University of South Wales, go out there, be signs of hope, be signs of confidence in the world, keep learning, keep asking, keep looking for where the pressure is, keep looking within for the impulse and the skill to relieve that pressure, to bring the healing that you can bring to our broken environment. Once again, warmest congratulations to all of you, and every blessing and best wish for the future ahead of you. Thank you. I now formally declare this degree congregation of the University of South Wales closed, and I'll ask you to stand for the national anthem.